Hi, my name is Alvin. Today is November 21, 2017. Today I'm going to be explaining the lab experiment of the biochemical testing for microbial identification, menthol red, Vogue's Prosker, and Catalase. The first exercise we'll start off with is the menthol red Vogue's testing, where I clean my area with bleach and then I gather all my supplies. I had to get the supplies of the MRVP broth and put this out in room temperature for 30 minutes. I then put on my gloves, goggles, and mask. After that, I use a marker to label E. coli and epidermitis, and I also gathered the active vials of the E. coli and epidermitis. After that, I have two pipettes here where I put in rubbing alcohol ready to sterilize it, and then I will dry it out, get one of the pipette and dry it out as much as I can. As so, I gathered the MRVP broth, opened the lid of the broth, and then I would sterilize it by putting it over the candle. I did the same thing for the active vial of the E. coli. I put it over, and then I would use the pipette, gather the sample of the E. coli, the active E. coli, and then I would pipette 4 droplets into it without touching the lid into the MRVP broth, and I'll get the pipette, put it in bleach so it can be disinfected, and then I would get the MRVP broth, put it over the flame again to sterilize it, and I did the same thing for the active culture of the E. coli, and then close the lid as well. I did the same steps for the epidermitis, and then I would get the MRVP broth, epidermitis, and the E. coli and let it incubate for 48 hours. And then after the 48 hours is done, I gathered the samples again. I would get 4 test tubes, dry them out. I'll clean them out with rubbing alcohol and then let it dry out. And then label 2 E. coli and 2 epidermitis. After I did that, I got the E. coli and I poured half in the first test tube of the E. coli and then half in the second E. coli to even it out. I did the same thing for the epidermitis. So the first one we do is the menthol red, which is right here. For this one, I cut the top off and I dropped 7 droplets of the menthol red into the E. coli right here, and 7 droplets in the epidermitis. This is showing positive testing since both of them turn red right away. So the second part of it is the Vogue's testing, which is I would use the Barrett's A reagent right here, and I would actually drop 12 droplets of this into the second E. coli test tubing, and then 12 droplets into the epidermitis. After I dropped that, I got the Barrett's B reagent right here, and this is I dropped 4 droplets in the same vial as for the second E. coli test tube that I needed, and as well as 4 droplets in the epidermitis. And then I had to shake it 30 seconds gently. After 30 seconds of the results, it did have the pink or the pinkish red formation layer on top, but now it's mixed in. So this is a positive testing for the E. coli. But as for the epidermitis, it's more yellowish still, so no positive testing on that.